or like Alisa, right? Now I have to learn ASL. I know a bit of ASL. Of course, this game the intro keeps deafening me. I'm gonna need ASL. Jesus. All right. All right. Good. We can see it. All right. Okay. Let's see. Gives you sensory overload. I completely understand that, yeah. Okay, we weren't going to spend any more tooth wheels. We're pretty good on ammo. We're starting to figure out how the saber block and stab works, so we might be able to conserve some stuff there. But our first goal is to make it down to the lab. I don't like that sound. What is that awful sound? Did the metal things make it into here now? They did. Oh, great. Okay. Oh, none of that. Of course you're in this hallway. Okay. Okay. We need to go this way. Oh, too close. Too close to the line. Yeah, I figured that was going to be a solid hit. That's fine. Okay. Probably going to be more enemies here as well. If I had to take a guess. I believe it's this first door. Yeah. Now, is the chemical in here old medicine? There it is. Okay. All right. If we had something better to fight those guys with, we probably would. But, unfortunately, I don't want to waste ammo on them, so... Okay, and we got, a shooty... one there, and another big one here. Okay, but we need to take the stairs. There's a lot of these guys. We need to take the stairs to go up the back hallway. That way we can put the bomb together, and then we'll be good to go. This floor. Probably gonna be some monsters in here if I had to take a guess. Bomb is through here. Okay. So we need to item winding mechanism. Item, chemical A. Item, chemical C. The bomb. As long as they don't pull an N64 Castlevania on us, I think we'll be fine. For those of you that haven't played, there is a sequence where you need to bring like explosive materials to a crack in the wall. Actually, I think there's 2 cracks in the wall you have to do it with. What the hell was that sound? Oh, it's a monkey. But one of the explosive materials you can't run or jump with, but you have to like circumnavigate like multiple rooms of the castle to get it to where you need it. So it's one of those that it's actually kind of difficult to do, because if you run, if you jump or anything like that, it explodes and you have to go all the way back and get it. Plus there's a bunch of like, I think can be monsters in the way. I think there's like some weird like platforms you have to get around. Like it's a rather rough sequence in that game, but thankfully they decided against that here. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so we're gonna switch dresses real quick to take advantage of the nurse dress. Okay. We're going to use our med kit, which should full heal us. It does indeed. We're going to swap back to our damage resist. Okay.
Welcome.
We can't afford basically anything. What items do you have? He's got more health kits. We could grab those. So that would be 15. Right, and then that would leave us with 3, which we could use to heat or to save. So I think, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Because if push comes to shove, having more healing is always beneficial. Okay, so now we just have to go back up the library and go put the bomb, and then see what it wants from there. I'm gonna guess the final boss is probably either like the head of the mansion or the person who made all the dolls or something like that. Because we haven't really got... I will say, one thing that we haven't got that was kind of prevalent in older like Resident Evil games here is we didn't get a whole lot of lore. Wow, this is just empty. Right, we haven't gotten a whole lot of lore. Strange shaped rock inside. Feels strange uneasiness when I come close to it. The label under it reads, "Here stands the finger of God, birth of St. Johan's Institute. Kind donation from the Manor of Tides." Well, sounds like time to blow up the hand of God, or at least the finger of God.
What?
That makes sense.
Oh, my little doll. Why are you trying to run away from home? I will teach you good manners.
Oh my.
Disassembling.
And let me guess, we're on a timer for this too. No? Oh, okay. Alright, let's see if this is as well designed as some of the other fights we've done. I don't like the look of that. Oh, not those things. Okay. Like, if he had made any other enemy, it would have been fine. These are literally the worst enemy. Yeah. This is gonna suck. I'm gonna see if I can bait it away from him. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm very curious. Is this a thing we can do? Okay, you can. He does indeed come up there. That's good. But we can maybe use that as a way to deal with his little summons. Okay. I need a better way to deal with these guys. We're gonna, yeah, I'm about to say, we're gonna die here. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Like, literally, if it was any of the other dolls except the tiny ones, it would be fine. But the tiny ones are so hard to hit. Oh, that sucks. Okay. What can we do? I don't know if we have any ammo. We got some ammo for that. Have any ammo for this? We got, like... I think that's our better bet. He's a pretty big target.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is gonna take some time. Because basically we have two options. We attempt to avoid the little creations. Where am I going? I'm not going the right direction. Need to go this way. Wait. Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay. I went out the wrong door. I was trying to go this way. Okay. I really wish there was an easier way to get tooth wheels so that we could get like some of the upgrades and stuff before this boss, but item. Uh-oh. Ow. Okay. Great. This guy's loads of fun. Wow, okay. Okay. We have a save here. I'm gonna try some stuff. I'm wondering if we can easily like sword fight these bigger guys, because they only do use melee, right? I'm wondering if we can maybe get some tooth wheels from these guys and maybe get some ammo or even like a better weapon. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad. The problem is there's also this lady. Hoping that we can get her aggroed over here. Okay. This might be doable. We might have something here. How's our health doing? Oh, our health's fantastic, actually. Okay. I want to bait him away from his, Oh, that was a miss. Okay, that's not good. Okay, that's the exact opposite of what I wanted to happen. I wanted just him. I just like, step out far enough for him. Nope, I heard her too. Okay. Let's see, where else can we go? There were some in the carnival. There was... Is this a ground bug? Is that what that is? I'm not sure what that is. I'm trying to slash it. Okay. Definitely was not worth it. Okay, nothing else down there, I don't think. There were, I think, two big guys here. Oh, a little too early. Too early? Okay. This camera angle is kind of messing me up. I need to move like right here. Too late on that one. Ah, dang it. The camera angle is not helpful because it's so zoomed out. I should have baited him to the hallway so we could get a little bit closer. Okay, so that actually does seem like a viable strategy. To get some more tooth wheels, if for no other reason than just to buy some ammo. Like, a better weapon would be nice to do more damage, but... Okay. 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 Anybody in here? There was the chef that was in here. I don't know if they would. Okay. Don't really have a reason to bring him back, I guess. I'm trying to think. The garden's too rough without shooting. There is the monkey up in this hallway, but I don't know if I want to fight the giant monkey in that hallway. That seems like a bad setup for that. And I think we can avoid the little guy if we go the carnival route. We just need to get him in the... pull him back to this first hallway, so that way we can see the fight a little bit better. So I can time my blocks accordingly. This hallway here is what I'm talking about. So when we go through this door, we need to be able to bait the big guy into this hallway. Any point in this hallway where we can see, essentially. Because he will, they have a good tendency to just follow you as long as you're within an area. So this would be an ideal location for the fight. Oh, too early. There we go. Oh, that was two. Okay, that left hand is a weird, but okay. Let's see, I think there's another one. Okay, I think I'm swinging, or I'm blocking a little late for that one. No, a little early, maybe. Okay. Okay, we got 37 now. Are there any more? Probably not in there. What was this room? Oh yeah, that was the sheep hands thing. Okay, that's where we got the chemical. Okay, so we might need to use some ammo in the garden, because they do drop enough tooth wheels to make it worth it, but we just got to make sure we survive it, right? Like that's of the utmost importance. So, let's see. I think we need to go upstairs and heal first. Because our health is not great. So let's go heal. And see how much we need for what we might want to acquire for this boss. Because I think the weapons and stuff are going to be in the 40s. So one more plant guy, or yeah, I guess that's technically what they are, should push us over whatever we need. Like I said, we might just have to get it from... this item, add kit. Should be close to full. Okay, it is full. Good. Okay. Let's look at what we have access to. We could get the revolver now. There's also the shotgun, and then the longbird rifle. Okay, dresses. The only one we have there really is the defense item detection. That's not useful to us anymore. What was this? Sigward bolts. Oh, that's if we want to get the... use a crossbow, I guess. I don't even know where the crossbow is. So we could get some Luis ammo. Let's look at upgrades. Extra defense wouldn't be bad. That's at 40. Steel wiring. Some things become a lot lighter. I wonder if this would allow us to wield the heavy machine gun and something else. Maybe that's what it means, but... we don't really have a special. But I don't know if 50 is really worth it. What about reward-wise? We can always get these rewards. What did he have? He had the HMG, which maybe, but that's very expensive. We could also do the cherub minion. That's actually pretty cheap. So if we wanted to do, say, this, so that would be 40. 25, that'd be 65.
Welcome.
I can get some of this ammo. Yeah. Problem is, I don't know how good the cherub is. It could be like really good or it could be really bad, but the fact that we can summon it for 10 minutes, that's pretty solid. Because at the very best, you could at least maybe distract the boss or kill the little ads that are chasing us around. Because we'd have our own. For people that don't know, ads is it's an old rating term for MMOs. Basically anything that's the boss has or summons during the fight. Ow. Get away from them, please. Okay, that's one down. Wasted a bullet there, but that's fine. Okay, so we have 54. Let's turn around. Let's hit tab. I keep missing that one. I'm not sure why I'm missing that one. I think I'm doing it too late. No, I'm doing it too early. I don't know if I can actually dodge that one. That one, yeah. Okay, so that's so stupid, dude. His left hand just kept hitting me. Every time I hit parry, he just kept hitting me. I don't know why that is. That's really annoying. Because I don't think we saved, did we? No, we didn't. God dang it, dude. Why did it do that? Every other attack was parried just fine, but whenever he used his left hand, it was just like, oh, it's just gonna go past your parry. Now we gotta do all of that over again. Why is that not working? Okay, so either I can block the right or the left, but I can't block both? Why is this? This system's stupid, dude. Yeah, this system is stupid. Because yeah, just go ahead and kill me. Yeah, so this parry system is inconsistent. So either I can block both, or sometimes I can block one, or sometimes I can block one, but it's unbelievably just inconsistent. Would you switch weapons, please? Thank you. Because that, like, we get in this fight, and sometimes we can block one hand and then can't block the other. And other times we get in this fight, we can block the right hand, but we can't block the left hand. And other times it's just like, oh yeah, you could block both of those, obviously. It's just like, well then why isn't it working, right? Like... See, why can I block one hand and not the other? Yeah, no, it's broken. It's a broken system. Because it should, if I hit block at any time when I should be able to block, it should block it. But it's not doing it for one of the hands, see? It does not matter if I try to block one of the hands. I don't understand what is happening here, right? Why is one hand hitting me and one not? Because it should be, if I block, I have an area around me that's blocked, right? But for some reason, if you swing with one hand, it's not in the blocking area. See, like, that's consistent. I don't get it. I don't know why that's so inconsistent. I feel like that... Like, the system is good for the fact that it helps you conserve ammo, but for the fact that sometimes it just decides you're gonna eat hits because the game just thinks you're not blocking good enough, I guess. it is just, that's a bad system. That's not how parries work. Now, like, if they were behind me or something, yeah, I can get it, but they're not behind me. They're literally in front of me. I should be blocking anywhere that saber is, but I'm not. And we're probably gonna die in this fight because of it. I don't get it. I don't get why it's so inconsistent. See, there it is. Yeah. If he just swings with his opposite hand, we just don't get it. I don't understand why that is a feature. It's like half a feature, right? Like, it's like, oh, we have a parry system. Kind of. Okay. If I do this. Yeah. There's I can block either or, but not both. That is so broken. That is so broken, dude. Okay. Now, before we die, we need to... get up here. I need to switch dress to this. Here's a med kit. Good enough. Alright, we have enough money to make a decision here. The decision is what do we want? we can get up to the pump shotgun. Because I don't think we're going to be able to get a longbird rifle. We can get the pump shotgun, which would give us more damage more consistently, and it's cheaper to buy ammunition for it, but we will basically have enough to get the shotgun and then save. But we could go out and fight the lady in the garden and get more shotgun shells. Okay, what else do we got? None of these dresses are better than what we're wearing. And see, we have the potential to get more Bob-type shells. The only modification I can think of would be this, but the defense thing, I think, is I don't know, it's kind of... Because we're wearing something that's supposed to give us 40% defense, which is triple the defense we would have wearing most of the other dresses we have. But I don't really feel too much of a difference with it, if I'm honest. So I think this is good in theory, but not in execution. I don't think this 10% is really going to help us. So yeah, I think our best... Let's check the rewards again. Yeah, I think getting the pump shotgun is just our best choice here. So buy this and then save. I think that's just our best bet. So it's got, okay. And then we can go outside and fight the flower lady. I was gonna change dresses. Also, the fact that you can't see what the dresses do here is kind of silly. Because it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna switch to a dress. Like, unless you memorize what the dresses do, you have to get out of that menu, you have to go here, you have to go to stats, and then you can see what they do. So you can see defense 40 up there, right? So... Alright, so let's go out, fight the flower lady to get more so that we can buy some ammo for the shotgun, and then I think we'll try to get a little bit more tooth wheels, and then we'll try to fight the boss with the pump shotgun and a lot more ammo. I don't know if it'll make that much of a difference, but it's worth a shot. Okay. So we need to get close to her. Okay, how much does she give? 8. I think it's 5 per batch. You know what I mean? Why was I able to block the left hand there? Nothing has changed. Okay, that's a good amount of ammo. Killed the bugs through the fence. Got him. And that's what we call cheese. By the way, that's for people that don't know, that's an old gaming... Well, it's not really an old gaming term, honestly. It's more like a... Let's say, I know there's one of these ladies in here. It's kind of a, not modern, but definitely more than an old gamer lingo. But basically, cheese is just when you take advantage of it. It's kind of like another way of talking about exploits. Like, obviously, the game does not want us to be able to hit somebody through a fence. You know, we are missing a couple things. So there was a pavilion. There's a pavilion that had a hole in it. It said we needed a rope. But we never found a rope. Can I hit this guy from here? I can. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that works, and sometimes it doesn't. I'm guessing it has something to do with positioning, and he's like going through the hitbox in a weird way. Like, I know from like a game design standpoint why that kind of thing would happen, but I don't understand from a player standpoint why you would let it ride. Okay, I cannot see myself here. There we go. Okay, we're gonna die if I keep that up. See what I mean? It's so inconsistent. Like, I was further back that time. We had a different angle. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I just, like, I think it's a cool idea that this system exists. I think it's just not perfectly executed. And a not perfectly executed thing hurts worse than it not being in the game. Right? Because when you expect something to work and it fails, it feels worse. But that's just my opinion on it. Obviously, get the game, try it for yourself. See if you're able to master something I'm not. Now, there is, of course, the sword and shield, which I'm guessing works a lot better for doing what we're doing, but because you get a whole shield. It probably also blocks projectiles, which I'm guessing this does not. Okay. So we want to put this on. Use a med kit. That back on.
Welcome.
Okay, we have 38. So we could get a lot of shotgun ammo here. 5. We could get 35 total, so that would be 7. Get 7 boxes of shotgun ammo. And that would leave us with 3. Let's see. Which would allow us to save. He doesn't have any more med kits. Let's see what else we can do. That's 50, that's 40, yeah. I think that's... Because, see, you could get this, right? Man-made. Like, I feel like this is probably just a better version of what we're doing. 50 for heavy armor. Very curious if there's, like, different potential builds there. There is 20... We could spend 25 on the puppet minion. The problem is one thing I would like to do is be able to save like on a different slot. Like I would love to do a save before we buy anything, right? And then I'd love to get like the ammo only, see if we could beat the boss that way. And if we can't, get the ammo and the cherub and see if we can beat the boss that way. But there's only one save, right? Technically there's multiple saves for different files, but whenever you save, you only get it in one spot. So if we save after buying, say, this, it's a full send. We just have that now. So okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save, because we'll have 3 left over, right? So we're gonna save before, and then we're going to buy the reward, and then we're gonna buy 2 things of shotgun shells.
Thank you.
Right, but we're not gonna save after, because I don't want to be locked into this. Now, how do you use a special? Button config, alternate special is caps lock. Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind. Okay. So what we want to do now is we want to switch the saber or the shotgun. We want to switch. We want to reload. And then we want to switch back. All right, so now we're gonna try this out. We're gonna try this out, see how it works. If it doesn't work, like if the cherub is just a complete waste of time, then we'll just spend it on the shotgun ammo. And if we beat it, we beat it, you know, whatever, but... So... But 10 minutes of having someone assist us, it seems very helpful. That's why... Okay, put the bomb down. Ooh, okay, first things first, we need to get away from him. Okay, so Q, item. Oof, that hurt. Okay, the cherub doesn't seem to be doing a lot. The shotgun was a good investment, though. Jesus. Okay, he's kind of ticking away at him. Oh, he summoned something different. Interesting. Okay. I know I'm gonna get jumped on there. This is the stun locking problem. Again. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, so the cherub can do... Okay, what's our health sitting at? We should probably go ahead and use a med kit here. Okay, ow. Oh, he can heal himself. That's good to know. Okay. Yep. Keep knocking away at him. Okay. Can you not stun lock me right now? Please, thank you. What is this on the ground? Are there more shotgun shells? It is. Okay, let's use another med kit. wish there was a way to get out of the reloading animation. Okay, well, we did it. Oh my. Okay, so Cherub was kind of helpful there. The constant little bits of damage did add up over time. All right. And then boom, right? Yep. Jesus. All right. Yep, shotgun was a good investment. Cherub was a good investment. Definitely really worked in our favor there. All right. Is that it? We just escape? No other... Okay. Alright, so it looks like there was some different people working on that. Oh, I didn't know Susie was in this game. That's interesting. Okay. Like, overall, I think it's a solid game. Like I said, if Albert F and Wesker, nice. I think it's a solid game. I really do. I think if I had to talk about fixes, like just quickly, the first fight needs to be a little less random. Either have it to where the floor doesn't spin and just he spins, or have just the floor spin and he not spin, right? Having both doing this makes it very hard to hit the boss. And given that he's the first boss, honestly, the first boss is the hardest. Like, I will be completely honest. The first boss is the hardest boss in the game. Which is strange. It's a very strange choice. So I would definitely, like, if I could get a quick fix, that would be one of them. And the other would be more currency. Given that currency is used to everything from ammo to healing to all sorts of stuff, you know, like the upgrades and dresses, and like everything goes through currency basically. That I would definitely increase. Like, if you wanted to do it and make it at the player's behest, have different modes, right? So basically, I would do 3 different modes. I would be the one, what we just played would be normal mode, right? Kind of difficult, not insurmountable. Hard mode, make the monsters have more health, but give more rewards. And then easy mode, where you get less rewards, but everything's easier. I think that's another way to make this game really approachable. Now, they did add, I know one thing that people were, when they had reviewed this game, people were like, man, auto aim is it, like, you have to wait till you get like past the first boss to get auto aim, essentially, and even then it's super expensive. They did add it to where you can get auto aim from the beginning. So if you're not able to handle not being able to just quickly snap to the target and do what you need to do, you can turn that on by default. But it does say you'll get less rewards, which I think is a little bit unfair in some regards, because not only are you giving them something that is very helpful, you're also taking away their resource that's already low as it is, right? Because I think if we were to save every tooth wheel that we had in this game, I don't know if we'd be able to buy everything, right? And I don't know. I think overall, those are the things I would change. More currency, better first boss fight, right? It becomes more of a lateral move than a difficulty option. Yeah. But those are the 2 things that I would change just as a developer myself, those are the two things I would change. First boss fight, more currency. Because the thing is the whole point of you giving these items to your player is so that they feel like they're accomplishing something. They feel like they're legitimately getting stronger. But if I'm just burying myself in medkits and ammo, I don't get access to the sword and shield. I don't get access to the plate armor. I don't get access to the special move, right? Because I just don't have enough currency. I just can't do it. Now, we could have probably been using the saber earlier on to conserve some of that, but if you've ever played a survival horror game, melee weapons are usually the worst choice, period. Like, go back and play the old Silent Hills, go back and play with there's a couple some weapon exceptions in those, but go back and play the old Resident Evil. I don't even know if the old Resident Evils had melee weapons, actually, now I think about it. They had, like, the knife that you could use to, like, insta-kill a zombie that had grabbed you, and then there's, like, the taser, but I don't think they even had, like, legitimate, like, melee weapons to use. Which, I do think adding a useful melee weapon in this game is a very good quality of life to this kind of gameplay. I would fix the parry so it made it more obvious on why I was getting hit, and less on you're just getting hit. We might get an after credit scene here. I do know there are multiple endings to this game, but
I didn't swallow my cure-dent.
he didn't swallow his toothpick. Was he saying it was a trap the whole time? Or it was just a dream? What does that say? The truth about the blueprints. Oh, interesting. Okay. Bean. Finish. How's that work? Okay. We got, according to the achievement we just got ending A. Oh, it says it right there, yeah. Oh, you can't see it because of the overlay. Hold on, let me hide our overlay real quick. Okay, please. There you go. Ending A, we used 28 med kits. We spent 455. So if that's not even the max you can get. So that's interesting. So let's see. 500. Yeah, I don't think there's any possible way, like, I think even if we killed everybody, I don't think you can get anything, like everything that you can possibly get in the game. But let's turn that back on. But there we go. Also, there's the new game plus that you just saw there. So I'm sure there's going to be things in New Game Plus if you want to check those out. Stop. Okay. So, but that is going to do it for Alisa. So let's have a little discussion about Alisa, as I try to do with all the games that we play. I talked about it mostly as we were going through. Is today the 19th? Today is the 19th. Ooh. Nice. Okay. Sorry, something we're going to play later on down the road gets a full release today. If that gives away what it is, it doesn't matter. But I already posted a picture that said what we're going to play, so it's on that. But yeah, like I said, I think I think this game is a perfect example of why you can take something. Let me take a drink. Sorry about that. My throat gives out on me from time to time. You can take something with an old design philosophy, add modern design philosophies in it to streamline the experience and make an overall more fun experience. Like I said, we got through this game. I do believe there's 2 more endings that I know of. I know there's 3 endings, but if you want to get those endings, obviously go check those out for yourself. But so let's talk story. Basically, what we discovered, we're chasing a thief into this mansion, I would assume, this dollhouse. We'll call it the dollhouse. You chase them into this big dollhouse. There's a bunch of mechanical creatures. You deal with them. I will say, there's not a lot of lore information, at least not that we engaged with, that kind of explained the process of what was happening here. Right? We found little bits of information about certain, like, characters, and we know that, like, for example, we found a lore bit that said the part that was the funhouse actually used to be an asylum, right? So there was a little bit of, like, potential lore options there, and I think I would have loved to see a little bit more of that in the world, because, like, there was a whole thing about miners, and they were like, oh yeah, we had to dig a hole, and people are dying down here. Maybe that's what's in the pavilion. I never found the rope. So obviously there's more to find in this game. There was basically 2 areas that we didn't get access to. There was a hole in the pavilion in the garden, and then there was a gate that needed some sort of coin, right? Whether those 2 are connected, I don't know. Or whether you can even access them in a normal game, I don't know. Sometimes they save stuff like that for New Game Plus. But story-wise, I would have probably wanted a little bit more lore of the world. Why did the doll maker master, what do they call it? Doll master. Why did the doll master make the dolls? Why these specific kinds of dolls? Why did we, why were those, like, amalgamation baby dolls exist? Why did he have the regular kind of dolls? We learned a little bit about the fish people, about them being put away and they just turned to glass. That was an interesting manipulation of physics, to say the least, but we got a little bit lore on them. I'm still not sure what the garden lady, Flora's deal was. Like, it seemed like she basically solidified the garden through, like, sheer force of will, which is cool, mind you, but I don't understand how we got to that, because we see the garden as a garden for a little bit, right? We see it, with the flowers and stuff. Also, what's weird, something else that's weird about that scene that I would have loved more information on, and maybe one of the other endings talks about this, when Flora is talking about this is the garden, it goes from Flora's voice to Alisa's voice. Like, it transitions from one to the other. So there's some parallel they're trying to draw between Isabella, Flora, and Alisa, which is interesting. I would love to explore that more from a story standpoint. But yeah, like, for a game that's paying homage, I would say more to Resident Evils than a Silent Hill. I think this is a very good job. Like I said, the first boss being the hardest boss is probably why a lot of people didn't get too deep into this game. The resources are limited, which that's a trope of survival horror. I was about to say silent horror, but that's not a thing. Survival horror games. But I would have liked a little bit more currency to be able to buy all of the stuff. And I could have just been better at combat, right? Like that. Like, I could have not wasted as much ammo. I could have used the saber earlier. So there's potential for personal, like, choices that led to us having to use more currency probably than necessary. But yeah. So story-wise, I think it's solid. It doesn't give you a lot of information, but it gives you enough to move from place to place. Like, the only one that felt a little out of place was Albertus. He was some weird cherub king, and I don't know how he got to that point. That one was like the weird tonal whiplash of like, yeah, there's mechanical beings and obviously all this stuff, and all of a sudden he was just, I'm a cherub king, and it's just like, wait, what? You're a what now? Why? But again, we might have missed something. There might be more explanations throughout the house. There might be more explanations within other endings. I don't know, but I'm just talking about what we engaged with. But overall, I think the story was solid. Because again, remember, like, for example, the first Resident Evil game basically is like, you're going here, there's a bunch of zombies, you're trying to figure out what's causing the zombies. Well, it turns out there's an underground lab that's creating viruses that create zombies. That's the entire story, really, right? There's little nuances to that, like there's the betrayal and, this character versus this character and stuff like that. There's little nuances, but overall, that's kind of the story. And that's kind of what I got from Alisa, too, is like, you're stuck in a dollhouse, you've got to survive, but you also got to get out of here, right? I'm glad. I know this might be controversial. I am actually very glad they didn't do and maybe it's in one of the other areas that we didn't have access to, but they didn't do a countdown, because in a lot of Resident Evils and other survival horror games, they do like a 10 minutes till explosion, and then they like count down, and you have to like run back to the entrance or run to an exit or whatever. Thankfully, they didn't do that here, which I do appreciate, because I know for a lot of people, those countdowns can be very stressful because they're meant to be, right? They could be very stressful, but having the ability to just be like, okay, let's do this on our time, how we want to do, very, very smart choice from the dev. But overall, from a story standpoint, I think it's great. So let's talk mechanics. Mechanics, it's a survival horror game, right? You got your weapons, you got your guns, you got your melee weapons, which, again, a little bit of a quality of life adjustment there. You've got a variance of weapons with a variance of ammo. You've got different boss fights that all have their own mechanics. There's all sorts of, like, everyone but Pierre or Pierre, I don't know how it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to be Pierre. Even though it's not spelled like that. It's spelled like pier, like a dock. But anyways, but, well, I'll call him Pierre because that's more of a name. That fight had too much going on, right? Mechanically speaking, because you had the hammers coming down, the punching coming out, the guys spinning, and then your ability to like move on a rotating platform, shoot through the door, right? Like there was a lot. It was a very overwhelming fight. But every fight after that is exactly what you would expect from a good boss fight, right? So after Pierre, there is Edith. And Edith, very, very big on choreographing her moves. She goes like this before throwing out the fish. They spread out. You can dodge them kind of easily. Not particularly easily, but kind of easily. But she also throws her spear, and if it lands in the ground, you could use that to hit her, stun her, and then use your own weapons, whether that's a gun or a sword or whatever, to do damage. So there's a structure there. You can structure your dance around that. Dodge fish, grab spear, shoot, 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 shoot spear, grab, shoot, shoot, shoot. Right? Like there's a dance you can do. I've always talked about when we talk about games, because this game does mention in the store page Soulsborne bosses, right? And that's why I'm talking about this. This is not just me being like, everything's like Dark Souls. I'm not one of those people, I'm sorry. But it literally says Soulsborne difficulty on the page. So, that's why I'm referencing this. But whenever you play a Souls game, a lot of things about the bosses is they're meant to be a dance, right? They do a thing, you find an opening, you hit. You move out, you look for the next opening, you hit. Right? And it's like, it's a back and forth. They do a thing, you do a thing. They do a thing, you do a thing. They do a thing, right? It's a dance, right? That's how I always like to explain it. And Edith, Flora, Alvarez, not so much, but even the Dollmaster, right? 3 of the 5 fights feel like a dance. It's like, okay, when can I reload? When can I switch weapons? When can I heal? When can I do this stuff? Thankfully, God sended the perfect thing. When you heal, the game pauses. I want to give 5 stars, which I don't do ratings. This is more of a joke. But like the developer has more put more thought into that than half of the developers on the planet. The fact that it's like, okay, my player needs to heal. How can I make healing not punishing? Okay, I'll just pause the game. They can heal. Once the animation's over, they're good to go. That is such a smart design decision, because in a game like this, especially with this kind of difficulty, the ability to stop the game so that you can make sure you're healed makes this by far one of the most approachable from that aspect. Because if you've ever played a Souls game, when you were chugging your Estus flask, you're stuck in that animation, and the boss does not care. They will come over there and just smack you with when you have an Estus flask right up to your face, man. They don't care. So very smart decision, mechanically speaking, to have the game pause while you're going there, while you're healing. Trying to think other mechanics. The auto aim. I'd argue that it probably would simplify the game a little bit having it from the start. I will say it's still a little bit clunky for smaller enemies, right? If the enemy is a short enemy and you go to auto aim, it's going to auto aim directly in front of you in their direction, but you still have to aim down to hit them, right? Which by the time you do this, they're already jumping at you, right? Now, if you're using something like the shotgun, it's got kind of like a cone, so it's not as big of a deal. But if you're using the pistol, you're going to be like, ow, ow, you know, it's not going to work. So the auto aim, a little wonky, but I do see why people asked for it. The mechanic that I will say that I did not like, although it was very interesting in this last boss fight, because it didn't seem to be as much of a consistent problem. It happened, but not consistently, is the fact that you can get stun locked, right? So the fishmen are a perfect example of this. If you blow off like one of their arms, they'll run at you at like double speed and be like slap, 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 right? And because there's no dodge button to quickly get away from them, now there is that buff thing, that modification you get that might be able to help with that problem, but overall, so far as I could tell, there's not like a quick like jump back to get out of that, right? But they just slap the crap out of you, and you can just get stun locked in that animation. There were a few enemies that did that. Some of the ground enemies, some of the mid-sized enemies. Definitely, Pierre's fight can stun lock you if you're in an awkward position. But in the last fight there with the Dollmaster, interestingly enough, he would hit us twice, and his third hit would always miss. So I'm not sure if they balanced that fight to keep you from getting stun locked, because it would be very easy to get stun locked in that fight. With the speed of his animations and stuff, he could easily just be like, throw down, smash, 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 and you just don't get up, right? You just stay down and you die. But it seems like there might have been a minor adjustment to that, where it's like after 2 hits, you don't take a third hit, which gives you time to move away. So, like I said, mechanically speaking, the stun locking was a little rough. I'll add the currency here. I think more currency would be helpful, and a little bit of adjustment to the auto aim I think would be helpful too. But overall, like, honestly, I haven't found a more effective way to deal with fish other than punching. Other methods tend to break a part of them and cause them to do faster animation, like you're talking about. I haven't tried all the weapons yet. Exactly. That's like, I would either make them faster or make them hit more, but not both, right? If you wanted to show like, oh, you chopped off his arm, okay, well, he's gonna run faster to you, but he's still gonna swing normally, like, that would be fine. But the fact that they like sprint up to you and then just slap the crap out of you because every animation's like double speed, a little unfortunate. But to kind of wrap this up, overall, I really enjoyed this game. I did. I really enjoyed this game. I just have, like I said, my 2 major gripes are Pierre as the first boss was unbelievably difficult in comparison to his other boss counterparts, and not difficult as in the sense that, you know, he was hard. It's just that there was too much going on and too much ability to get stun locked very easily. It was a bit more unfair than it was difficult. All the other bosses perfectly fine with. Even the Alvarez fight, the little cherub, and you're riding the thing and shooting at him. I like the tonal whiplash. I like that kind of like, it kind of like gives you a little bit of a reprieve from the like haunting nature of the survival horror before you dive into the finale, right? Does it need to be there? Maybe not, but the fact that they allow you to conserve ammo, conserve healing, and all that stuff for the upcoming boss fight, I think was a good choice. But yeah, overall, I recommend it. Let me see how much it cost on Steam. But let's see. It is currently $18. We played almost 10 hours. If you want to know kind of the one-to-one there, 9.5 hours roughly is what Steam says. I think I could recommend it. I recommend it with one caveat though. This game is not easy. If you get very frustrated with difficult games, this may be a game that you might want to find, like, either find on sale or just not play, because this game is not easy. It definitely has some difficulty to it that, if you're not prepared for, will immediately make you want to stop playing. Right? So, not an easy game. That is the caveat. But the game as a whole, I recommend. I think it was really good. People will be like, "Oh, the voice acting is blah blah blah." Who cares? Have you watched the original Resident Evil's voice acting and stuff? You're almost a Jill sandwich. You know, it's not great. I'm fine with bad voice acting or subpar voice acting or okay voice acting or any voice acting. You know, because for me, it doesn't take me out of the game if I hear somebody being like, "It's dangerous out there, don't do that," like with no inflection or anything like that. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. He said the bad voice acting was an intentional throwback. Well, there you go. If that is truly what the developer thought, then I think he nailed that. But again, there are plenty of things to find, and like I said, there's New Game Plus. There is areas we didn't access, so there's a whole bunch of stuff. 2 other endings. I think it was a good time. If you thought it was a good time watching and you want to give it a shot, it is Alisa. It's right there on the screen. That is the name of the game. Sorry. That is the name of the game, Alisa. Go find it on Steam. Give it a play. Again, difficult game. If you get frustrated easily, maybe not. But other than that, I'll recommend it. So, there you go.